What is going on, people? It is the opinionated Gooner, aka DOG. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Happy Friday as well. It is Good Friday, so we're essentially entering into Easter now. So I hope you guys are having a great Friday. Guys, man, I've just missed you lot. I've missed you guys, man. I can't lie, man. International football is pants. I can't stand watching it. Unless it's like the actual World Cup or Euros, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. All this friendlies and qualifying nonsense, it's not for me. So I'm really glad that the Premier League is back in full effect. And yeah, man, we play Liverpool tomorrow. Very late one, actually, at 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, it's going to be a really, really late one for me. It's going to be a really interesting game because even though it is a high-scoring game every time you play against Liverpool, I think this is going to be extremely different. I think Arteta is going to be really, really defensive. I think he understands that Liverpool have the better squad. They have the better players, and I think he's going to have that on his mind in terms of his selections. But let's just get into who I think Arteta's going to select against Liverpool tomorrow. So start off in goal. It'll be Leno, isn't it? He's the number one, so don't need to spend much time on that. And now the right backs, they're really interesting for me because I think all three have a right to play for different reasons. I know people say, Bellerin, why would Bellerin have any right? But no, just hear me out. I think for Chambers, we played West Ham before the international break. Chambers was really, really good, man. He was excellent. Man of the match. He was my man of the match as well. Doing everything that Tierney was supposed to do in the game, actually. What we're accustomed to when it comes to Tierney. Really putting in great crosses into the box. Chambers defended well. He actually stopped us from losing the game. He worked really hard for the team. So Chambers, in that sense, he has a right to play. Cedric, he's more defensively sound compared to the other two. So in that sense, he has a right to play as well. Also, Jota will most likely play in this game, whether he starts or comes off the bench. And because both of them play for Portugal, Cedric might be able to give some pointers to our defensive lineup to, on how to defend against Jota. So that could be really helpful for us in that sense. And then Bellerin, I think Bellerin, he works better when we play counter-attacking football. For me, when he bombs forward and tries to put in some crosses and stuff like that. And also his pace will allow him to recover and track back and stuff like that. So I think his playing style is more suited for counter-attacking football. And I do feel like Arteta is going to do that. He's going to be really defensive and hope that his counter-attack is going to pull through in that sense. So yeah, for that reason, I think he will start Bellerin. I think he will. I think he will start Bellerin for that reason. Centre-back partnerships, should be David Luiz and Gabriel, right? The best partnership that we have there. I still worry about David Luiz. What Mo Salah did to him a couple seasons ago, put him on toast. I think we lost 3-1 there at Anfield. So I do worry about that. But, overall, David Luiz has been steady this season. Gabriel, I don't need to really say much. He's our best defender. Left back is going to be Kieran Tierney. No more needs to be said about that. And now, for the midfield, I think he's going to do XHAKA and ELNENY. And as I said, it's because I think he's going to be extremely defensive in this game. And I also think, the international break might have played a part into it as well, maybe. So ELNENY and Partey were on international duties for Egypt and Ghana, respectively. I think Ghana played on Sunday. Can't remember. I don't even know the team. I feel like I can't even pronounce it. I did look over it, but I was like, I've never even heard of this team. But that game, there were a lot of like tweets and stuff like that, basically saying Partey wasn't good. He seemed disinterested, wasn't really playing well at all. He was getting slandered. So, it is what it is with Partey, man. Like, I've always stood by this. I don't think Partey has been that good this season. I'm just being real. I don't think he has. And ELNENY, he played a team on Monday. Again, I can't remember the name. I feel like it was another team I cannot pronounce. But ELNENY scored in that game. So I think Arteta's going to look at that and see that, essentially ELNENY's been the better one during this international break. And also as well, he probably feels that ELNENY is more defensively minded. So that's my reasoning as to why I think ELNENY will be partnered up with XHAKA. Yeah. And then in the forward positions, Saka's injured. He was supposed to play for the senior team for England. But yeah, he essentially got called back to the Arsenal training ground. He's not fit. So I don't think he plays a part at all. So Pepe, for me, I think Arteta will select him. Again, I think for the counter-attacking football, Pepe will be good for that as well. So, yeah, Pepe on the right. And then number 10, Odegaard. There was a little bit of a scare during the international break where he got subbed off. People were thinking, is he injured? The next game that Norway played, he was playing. So he's cool. And then on the left, I think Aubameyang plays there. Emile Smith-Rowe, got himself injured as well. Yeah, he got injured, I think, during the international break for the under-21s. So he's not gonna be playing. So yeah, I think Aubameyang will be out on the left. And then up front we'll have Lacazette. If we are gonna be playing that defensive kind of game, he will be very useful in terms of his build-up play, putting himself into the midfield positions, just to start the attack and stuff like that. That'll be very beneficial for us. Plus, he does good work off the ball too. So that's who I think Arteta will play. So just to clarify, I think Arteta will play Leno in goal, Bella in right back, defensive partnership of David Luiz and Gabriel, with Tierney as the left back, and then the midfield partnership of XHAKA and ELNENY, and the forward players of Pepe on the right, Odegaard in the middle, and Aubameyang on the left, and then we have Lacazette up top. So, it's a very defensive team. I understand it. We all understand that Liverpool have a better team. But I just feel like Liverpool are kind of there for the taking. They haven't really been that good. I think if we even beat Liverpool, we'd be 1 point behind them. So, and we've been having a stinker of a season. So that tells you everything you need to know about how Liverpool have been this season as well. So for that reason, this is who I think we should be playing. So I would go for Leno in goal, obviously. Right back, I'm just always more convinced with Cedric, you know, just more defensively sound. I'm just more convinced with him. And I think the whole thing with Jota playing a part in this game, I think we will need Cedric to help us out in that sense. So I would have Cedric. Um, then the centre backs, David Luiz and Gabriel. Then left back, we'll have Tierney. And then in the midfield, it's ridiculous, man, because there's no one to really pick. There's no one to really pick, but I would go with XHAKA and Partey. I know what Partey is, so I know how good he is. So that's my hope on Partey, to be honest. But I do understand having XHAKA and ELNENY as the midfield. I do understand it. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I would have XHAKA and Partey. Pepe on the right. Pepe has every right to be starting for me now, essentially. Number 10, have Odegaard there. On the left, I want Martinelli playing there now. I want Martinelli to be starting. It's not fair that Arteta is shoehorning Aubameyang in when he's not really doing the business. It's not fair. Give someone else a chance. So I would have Martinelli. I think Martinelli has better energy than Aubameyang does, which will be very, very useful. He has a lot more to his game than Aubameyang does. Aubameyang, just scores, isn't it? Yeah, Aubameyang just scores. But yeah, I'd have Martinelli there on the left. And then up top, yeah, I'd have Lacazette. Lacazette is just more smarter in the box as opposed to Aubameyang. The build-up play is going to be very useful for us. And he does do work off the ball too, Lacazette. So I would have Lacazette starting up top. So my starting lineup would be Leno in goal, Cedric right back, David Luiz and Gabriel as the centre-back partnerships, with Tierney as the left back, and then we have XHAKA and Partey in the midfield. Then on the right, we have Pepe. In the middle, we have Odegaard, and on the left, we have Martinelli. And then up top, we have Lacazette. So that's who I think we should be playing. But yeah, moving on from that, let's get into score predictions, man. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. As I said, I do think that Arteta will play extremely defensively. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We're essentially going to be playing not to lose, in my opinion. But with all of that being said, I still don't think that we're going to soak up that pressure. I think it's just going to be quality in this game. So I think the likes of Salah, Mane, possibly Firmino. I think he's coming back from injury now, and Jota, they're going to hurt us. They are going to hurt us. I also do think that Klopp, he's not going to play an inexperienced centre-back. I think Fabinho will come in as a centre-back because I think he will be aware of, players like Odegaard, Pepe, that can really exploit that defence. So I think Fabinho will come in. But yeah... Yeah, I just can't see it being a high-scoring game. But yeah, I do feel like Liverpool's quality is going to outshine ours. So with that being said, I'm gonna predict a Liverpool win, man. I think they're gonna win 1-0. I have to be honest, man. Even though they have been poor this season, we've been worse. It's no coincidence that we're where we are. And I know Liverpool have been poor and stuff like that, but just from experience, Arsenal just don't know how to capitalize on things. So I just have to be honest in that sense, man. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this video, man. Guys, let me know what you think about my predicted lineup, as well as who I think Arteta will select. Maybe put down who you think Arteta will select or who you would like to select against Liverpool. Make sure you guys just like, share, and subscribe. You know, turn on the notifications and all that other good stuff. I'm going to be back tomorrow with a review of the game. I don't know if the video will come out on Saturday, but it will most likely be on Sunday because it is a late game. So, you know, I think the game's going to finish almost at around 10 o'clock. So, you know, with all the editing and stuff like that, it might come out on Sunday. So, yeah, it might come out on Sunday. So, expect it to be then. But yeah, make sure you guys just have a great Friday. I'm out. Take care. Peace.